said she was a witch. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. From the title of this video, you probably already know this is going to be a story time. But before I do go into the story, I would like to say thank you ever so much for the 500 subscribers. Thank you to the current and thank you to the new. Are you ready? So this happened around 2020. So around this time, I lived in a house share. It was 4 bedrooms, 3 floors. I was the only person in that house that had an ensuite. So boom, this girl, we're going to call her Fifi. And the boys, we're going to call them Bob and Tom. A little backstory. So when I moved in 2020, there was a couple, an elderly-ish man and Fifi. So those people left because of Fifi. Yeah, okay, cool. So I've seen how wonderful Fifi is. I've seen the colors of Fifi, okay? She was telling me, yeah, they're crazy, they touch my food, they've been doing this and this to my food. So when you're new, you don't really want to be picking sides. Yeah, you have to figure out who everyone is. I was just spectating everybody because one thing for certain and two things for sure, I'm not going to dislike someone because you don't like them, honey. That's not how it works. Over here, that's Fifi's opinion on them. I haven't experienced that, so I'm not going to just be like, yeah, I hate them too. Like, no. After I heard Fifi's opinion on the previous tenant, I started to, get to know them because I just wanted to see what was really going on. Because Fifi, she didn't really seem all the way sane, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to be rude, that's just the facts. So when I started to talk to the older man and the couple, the girlfriend, she was like, oh, it's nice to have another girl in the house. I was like, oh, that's nice, And we started talking and asked them about the previous tenant that stayed in the room that I currently moved into. And they said that they were all kind of friends and he moved out because of Fifi. The older man said, yeah, my friend left because of that girl. I told him, I said, oh, she told me that you guys are the problem. The couple and the older man, they were like, really? I'm gonna call the landlord Top G because he was a G. I was like, yeah, I might have to call Top G and say that I want the other house because I don't want these problems about spiking food. No, not today, Satan, okay? And the thing is like the fact that they've all been in that house for years, I was like, does anybody want to speak up? Speak up. Like, go and tell the landlord and let him do something about it. I was like, why haven't you told Top G and why haven't you left? They were like, oh, we have no proof. I was just like, bro, you don't need no proof to leave the house. You just need to tell him, I can't stay here no more because of Fifi. She does this, this, and this, and this. Fix it or else I'm gone. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for Fifi because I suffered in that house. We all suffered in that house. It was insane. So fast forward now, Bob and Tom are in the house. So on this particular day, Bob was working downstairs, on his laptop, making a few calls, getting that money. The time zone Bob worked at was USA. So when it was nighttime here, it's obviously going to be morning over there. So he was working those hours, which is why he was up around like midnight. So he has the lamp on and he's just, minding his own business, literally working. I was asleep when this happened. Thank God. So mind you, he's in the living room. He only has the lamp on, right? He only has the lamp on. The kitchen lights, the hallway lights, everything was off apart from the lamp in the living room. Yeah, so there's the kitchen, living room, back garden, and then we also have this like storage area within the living room space. So that room is mostly used for like the boys' shoes, gym equipment, and just bits and bobs, like things that we might not want in the house, we put it in there, right? Like the Christmas tree, after it's been packed away, we put that in there. Stuff like that, Nothing of importance. There's nothing, no books, no letters, none of that. Gym equipment, Christmas tree, Hoover, boys' shoes, period. In that room, there's no lights, so it's pitch black in there. Fifi comes down the stairs, her steps are very heavy. So she came downstairs, her eyes are closed. Imagine her eyes are closed, just coming down the stairs. So she opens the storage door, she walks in. At this point now, Bob has stood up from the sofa, from where he was sat, and he's come round. He comes around like over here to see what she's actually doing. Her eyes are closed. So she walks in like this. He sees her do this with her eyes closed. Is that normal to you? Let me know. Is that normal? Okay. He was looking at her like, what's going on? He could not believe his eyes. So he gets closer. She is froze in that position. This is literally her. Staring at nothing in the dark room. It don't make sense. It just does. That's not normal behavior, right? Okay. I was like, what happened? Tell me more. Tell me more. You like wake her up or something. She's like, heck no, me touch her after I don't even know what she's doing in there. I was like, maybe she's just sleepwalking. Imagine this guy was just staring at her. She was just looking at her like this. 20-25 minutes go by and she snaps out of it. When she snaps out of it, she turns around and she's like, what are you doing? This is actually how she talks. She was like, what are you doing? And then Bob was like, what are you doing? And then she was like, nothing. And then he was like, well, you were literally just standing there for 25 minutes. And she was just like, I was looking for my letter. Like, your letter? There's no letters in there. And then she was like, well, I was reading a book. He was like, a book? He was like, Fifi, what are you talking about? There's no letters or no books in there. And you're not holding a book or a letter right now. And then she's like, well, anyway. And then she goes back up. So obviously, Bob is just still standing there. He's frozen now. I was just thinking, like, did this really just happen? Is this actually for real?